All is fair in love and war.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we will be talking about what you've missed on Bridgerton Season 1. But before we get started, subscribe to our channel to never miss any updates.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. Do you want to learn the secret of improving all aspects of your life and unlocking what you're really capable of? The legendary Bob Proctor spent over 57 years learning this one thing and is hosting a free webinar where he reveals what he's learned and what actually works. He'll teach you the law of compensation, a secret only the mega wealthy know of but not taught in our educational system, and the impression of increase, the law of laws that will increase areas in all aspects of your life, whether it be in health, relationships, or wealth. Right now, the first 200 people to use the link below will get access to this free webinar. Now, let's get back to the video.
So without any further delay, let's get started quickly. In case you were unaware of the most popular series that premiered on Netflix in December of 2020, an amazing story adapted from Julia Quinn's best-selling novel Bridgerton, which follows the nominal family as they navigate the 1813 social season in Regency London. This series has owned more than 82 million viewers. This series also got renewed for its second season. But before that, if you've missed what happened in its first season and the details which might have been missed while watching this series for the first time, from the reimagined portraits hanging in Buckingham Palace to the cut on Daphne Bridgerton's back, we have brought you all the details you must know. Just keep watching the video till the end. This series revolved around a wealthy family known as the Bridgertons. It's a story about a widow and his 8 children who live in an era of long-forgotten British society. Season 1 is probably the first book of the series written by Julia Quinn. Her book was written in 8 parts. The Season 1 story mostly seems like the book 1 titled The Duke and I. Each part of the book tells the story about one of the widow's 8 children, so we can expect that the next season will most likely follow the same trend. The most exciting thing about this show is that it isn't an artifact which you expect. Instead, the writers and characters revealed that they wanted to create an alternate reality where history will be what they wanted to be rather than how it was. The show has a very different group of characters, and virtually, there will be no bias regarding race, religion, or anything else. It's a very amazing concept. The editors pull off the show very well. Similar to the book, the show is also very fast-paced. You may miss a very important scene of the series if you get distracted by anything, but don't worry and get relaxed and let's get to know all the details you must have missed. The first episode introduced us to the family Bridgerton, which was led by the Violet Bridgerton and her 8 children, and the family always feels as if they are facing the Featherington family. Daphne Bridgerton and 3 of the Featheringtons have come to an age of marriage and started the search for their future husbands. Penelope Featherington and Elise Bridgerton became best friends way before. Daphne becomes the center of attention after the moment the Queen tells her how flawless she is. A short time later, Pembroke rides back to town and Anthony tells Daphne to marry one of the two, but Daphne denies it as she wanted to decide on her own. In episode 2, Simon finds out how he lost his mother and his father was an aggressive man who had nothing to do with him. Daphne and Simon started to work together to convince everyone in town that they are dating, but they started to argue about this act when it will stop. At the ball, Simon and Pembroke get into a fight after Simon tells the Daphne brothers how Lord Pembroke tried to attack Daphne. Later, Pembroke plans to blackmail Daphne, claiming that he will tell the Lady Whistle that on the other day when they were alone, Daphne was the one who came onto him, but we all know what happened that day. But Lady Whistledown will of course believe in Lord Pembroke's words more than her daughter's. Episode 3. As time flies by, Daphne learns that she started to fall for Simon, and she no longer goes to the ball with Simon because she has to, but rather she goes because she wants to. The Queen later arrives with the Prince of Prussia, but Daphne ditches their meeting and instead she hangs out with Simon. Daphne soon learns that due to Simon's difficult childhood and he never had a relationship with his mother, he doesn't want to get married. But later on at the art gallery, when Daphne and Simon were looking at the piece of art which used to be Simon's mother's favorite piece, they started to fall for each other. Soon Simon gets to know that Daphne had no idea how to make love to someone. My cheeks started to heat up after remembering those scenes. After he gets to know, he was so shocked and confused about how someone can be so old and naive at the same time. The next day, Simon announced that he is leaving the town, so the courtship is over, and he will not spoil her anymore. At the next ball, Daphne turns to Prince Frederick.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. Have you ever wondered how to end procrastination and self-sabotage so you can unleash your full potential to live the life you deserve? #1 best-selling author and high-performance coach Peter Sage is hosting a free webinar where he'll teach you how to increase your wealth with less time and struggle, and also how to hyper-boost your growth and success so you can finally break out of any rut you find yourself in. Right now, Peter and his team are offering a free $100 gift to anyone who doesn't find his webinar as the best use of their time within the last 5 years. Now, let's get back to the video.
Moving to the next episode 4, now the hot topic of town has changed to the prince and Daphne. They started to seem everywhere together, and unluckily, they met Simon at the boxing match. Daphne tells her mother that her relationship with Simon was nothing but a trick. But her mother tells her if she loves Simon, she should go for him, and Lady Danbury tells the same thing to Simon. Later on in the episode, Daphne's brother Anthony caught Simon and Daphne together and attacked Simon and shouting that he needs to marry Daphne, as doing anything else will be dishonorable. Anthony and Simon schedule a duel, but Daphne interrupts and demands that Simon marry her. He refuses, telling her that he could never give her children. Simon asks Anthony to resume the deal, but Daphne stops and tells him that there's no need to resume the deal. Duke Simon and I are to be married. Episode 5 started with Daphne coming back home and hopping into bed pretending she never showed up to the deal. Later on, Simon and Daphne appear before the queen and tell her that they both are in love, as they quickly learn they truly are, even though the favors were against them. They both agreed to get married, but Daphne was freaking about our wedding night because she doesn't know how to make love to someone. Daphne's mother started to talk on this topic, but Daphne was so confused about how this love thing was supposed to happen, as Simon has told her that he can't have children. Episode 6. This episode revealed why Simon and Daphne got married in the middle of the season, as they were supposed to get married in the end. Daphne quickly learns that she has a serious affection for the lovemaking process, so they both start to arch up anytime, anywhere they possibly can. Later on, when she talked with her mother, Daphne learned how Simon avoids having children. She didn't know what it meant to pull off, but in the end, Daphne learns how babies are supposed to be conceived, and she prevents Simon from doing this the next time they will make love, forcing him to have a chat with her, completely unaware of the promise Simon made to his father to never have kids. In episode 7, Simon and Daphne argued about the decision Daphne made to have a kid with Simon. She even asked to remove his stuff from Simon's bedroom, which the Duke was completely against. Their arguments got interrupted when she reads the latest issue of Whistledown and her brother's scandal. When she went to her family, he tells Daphne if she gets pregnant, he will be there for her every time, but he will never be happy about it. Later on, in the picnic set by the queen, when Daphne went alone in the garden, Violet confronts her as she wasn't looking good since she came back home, and Daphne blames Violet for all the marital problems she is suffering from. To calm her and try to get help, Daphne gets herself drunk and finds herself in an underground gambling gathering with some of the most wealthy people in town. Considering she might be pregnant, this doesn't help her in any way. In episode 8, Daphne found out the letters which were written between Simon and his father, in which Simon was seeking his father's attention. Later on, Daphne confronts Simon and tells him that he should not let his father's promise get in the way of them having kids. After thinking for the whole night, Simon decides to stay with Daphne and tell her that he wants to be with her. Later on in the episode, he confesses that he wants to be the perfect man she deserves. The two hook up once again, and this time, Simon doesn't pull off, and finally at the end of the episode, she gets pregnant and delivers a child. So here you go. Now you know everything you probably had missed from the season. So, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit like and subscribe to our channel. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.